Hey there, welcome to a brand new episode of Muzikxpress. My name is Twan, and in this week's vlog you will see my interview with Miika Kuisma about his classic Orion. But before we start with the interview, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, and very important, also make sure to click the bell button, because then you will get a notification the next time a new vlog is online. And if you enjoy my interviews and you want to support Muzikxpress, you can do that via one of the links in the video description. Every donation is very much appreciated. Alright, here it is, the story behind Orion, my interview with Miika Kuisma. Enjoy! Miika Kuisma is a DJ and producer from Finland. He started his musical career in the 1990s, and he is known for productions in genres such as trance, progressive and ambient. During the years he released tracks under project names such as AR52, Fluid in Motion, Subliner, but of course also under his own name Miika Kuisma. For this week's vlog I sat down with Miika to ask him about his track Orion, which came out back in the year 2003 via John Flemming's label Joof Recordings. My first question to Miika was how old he was when he started to listen to music.
I didn't really listen to music when I was a kid. Like that was a kind of a thing in school. Everybody was listening to something and I didn't know what to listen. I tried to listen to some of the things, but nothing really tickled me in that way. So until I think, I tried like Michael Jackson. It was kind of good, but wasn't awesome. Then I tried some heavy metal, which had something nice, but not all the way good. I think it took until first time I went to some house music club. I was 19, and it was like the first time I heard it was like, okay, this is it. And also instantly I wanted to create the same thing.
So when you were in the club, you were like, okay, I want to do this myself as well, make music.
Yeah, because I was computer nerd. So I was also I had a music software for computer, but it was very rudimentary software. But then when I heard this kind of reference, what sounded good to me, I instantly tried to recreate it. Of course, first it was.
So do you remember what software that was?
It was, the first software was, not sure, it was, the sound card was called Adlib. It didn't even have samples, it was very simple FM synthesis, and it has some composer software. It wasn't any good. Then later there was this Sound Blaster sound card that had samples, and then there was this actually Finnish software called Scream Tracker, and that was kind of the first time I was able to do something that sounded what I was looking for.
Yeah. So did you take any music lessons where you were younger, or you just did everything by ear?
No, my music, like at the scale of 4 to 10, the grade in school was 5.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it was because there was a mandatory singing test, which was basis of for the score, thing like that. So that wasn't good. But I have in a family some people who are like being musicians or.
Okay.
So maybe it was in the genes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
but I always could kind of imagine how something sounds like, like listen to something, recreate some sound in my head, and so I kind of, when I know what I want to hear, then I can just try and
recreate
it.
Yeah. So just before the interview we already spoke about like mp3.com and stuff like that. So what can you tell about that? Your first releases were put online?
Yeah, there was this mp3.com. It was, I don't know, 99 or something like that. And it was a thing. I just started putting music there, and we had this project with my friend Mikko called Subliner. And so I had a solo project there, and then we had this Subliner, and then I just upload everything there. And didn't think much about it, but then one day I got the email that your album has been selected as the best electronic album of the whole site, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. So then they send email to every user, which was millions of users at the time, that these are the best albums of different genres, and then suddenly our track was number one there for 3 months. And then Elton John, I think, like came ahead of us, but it was weird moment. But that what it meant was like I started to get some offers from labels like, do you have anything you could release? And then there was this track called Ambush. I was signed with Fragrant label in USA, and it was the first vinyl release.
Yeah. So what year was that?
I'm sure it took 2 years almost from signing to actually get it. I think it was maybe 2002 when it came out.
Yeah.
And I was already kind of like over it. Like I had done something I thought better, and I almost forgot the whole track. And then there was my friend Tuomas, DJ Thomas, sent me a message one day that Armin played your track, and I was like, "Who is Armin?" I didn't know. And then then I started to check, okay, who is playing my track, and sent everyone an email saying like, "Thanks for supporting." And then most of the time they replied and asked like, "Do you have anything else?" And one of these people was John Flemming, and then I got into Joof from there.
Yeah. So for this interview, we're going to talk about Orion, a track that came out on John Flemming's label. This one came out in 2003 under your own name, Miika Kuisma. First things first, were you inspired by something when you started to work on Orion?
Well, at that time, there was a lot of things happening. Like I got married, and then we got this studio with DJ Tap. We moved in the new studio. There was new, speakers and better sound and new computer and new everything. So that alone was exciting and inspiring. This was also the first track I did with Cubase SX. So I used Reason before, and then but there was one thing that was kind of inspiration behind the track, that it's called the Planet Recordings by NASA. So NASA had done this, I guess in the 70s already or 80s, this kind of thing where they had some space probes for recording of our solar system, every planet, like the output, the raw data, radiation, whatever. So they recorded it and made it audible so that you can listen how some planet sounds like. And I was totally blown away that every planet is like a tone of their own, kind of a mood. So I started to think like, okay, maybe this is something I can use. And so I did Sirius, and then I did this Orion. And basically the thing was that I had a picture of Orion's belt on the screen, and then I have the keyboard, and I was like looking at the picture and like trying to wipe it out, like, okay, what's going on here, like what would fit, what kind of sound fits the image and the thing, and then it's got from there somehow.
Yeah. So you got the title first as well, or?
Yeah, I usually get the title first, and then comes the...
That's funny, because usually in that, we spoke about it before the interview, usually people, they finish a track and then like, what are we gonna name our track? But for you, it's the other way around.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it's feel like that.
Yeah. I like it, it's funny.
Yeah.
So can you tell a bit more about the production process of Orion?
I don't remember too much about it. Like often the process is just like I'm just trying things and nothing works, and then suddenly flow state, and then kind of like almost like wake up, like, okay, what did I do? What's going on? Like, I don't remember too much about the actual doing it.
Yeah, but do you remember like what kind of equipment that you use?
Yeah, I have picture somewhere. I found a picture, but basically it was a PC computer with Cubase, keyboard, mouse, some MIDI keyboard, yeah, sure, and Mackie speakers, and that's it.
Okay.
So I was always software guy. Yeah, actually, like, yeah.
So yeah, I think you said like this was one of the first tracks you made like in that new studio. Was it was it Helsinki Vibe Studio?
Yeah. So when I met with Tab, maybe a year before, at some point, Super 8, Miika and Heikki invited us to their studio. So we got the studio room with Tab and started working there. And we did some stuff together, and then we did our own things. And this was the first track I did on my own there. Yeah.
So you already mentioned like Super 8 and Tab and Heikki L. So what are more artists working there?
Yeah, Kimmo Kauppinen was there, and then Severi, he had this trip guide project. I hope I don't remember. I forget. Yeah.
So it was like a pretty big studio complex, I guess.
Yeah, there were 3 rooms, singing booth, and then this sort of general area with kitchen and DJ booth and a sofa.
Oh, nice. So yeah, was Orion an easy track to make, or did it take a while before you had everything the way you wanted to sound?
Super easy.
Yeah,
like 1 day or 2 days and done.
Oh, that's great.
And the Misia remix was kind of. This was also the time when I got to know Misia. Misia Helsloot was one of these guys who reacted to this Ambush vinyl, and he played B-side of the track, but he contacted me and asked, like, do you have anything else? I don't remember what did I send to him, but I did remix for his label, this Ryan G Emoticon.
Yeah.
And he wanted to return the favor and remix something for me. And he actually, like, when I sent him Orion, just, like, here's my new track, what do you think? He wanted to remix it, and he did really good. So, yeah.
So the remix was actually done already before you signed the track to John's label, or?
Yeah. I gave him the whole package, basically, like, here you go.
Yeah. So how did you get in touch with John?
Well, John played Ambush also, and I sent him email like thanks, and then he replied, and no problem, like, do you have something else? And I think I sent him Timegate first and Hibernation, and that came out first, and then basically after that it's been like channel open for me. So even this summer I keep sending him everything I do, and he gives me lots of freedom in a way that basically he releases the things as they are. He doesn't require much changes.
Yeah. Was it also the case with Orion? Was he like, okay, this is perfect, we're gonna release it, or did he ask you to change some things?
He didn't ask to change anything. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, except later I thought it's maybe too long, or the break is too long, or like, I think it could be a little bit more compact.
I think it's like 10 minutes.
It's very long, and that was also the time when I started to do my like DJing. Like, before I didn't do any like DJing. Then I realized, okay, this is the way to get out there and see the world and get gigs. So I learned, but I noticed that when I played with Orion, like, it would need more work. So I didn't actually play it much myself.
But I think back in the day, tracks were like 10, 11 minutes sometimes. So yeah.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, you could fit 10 tracks in one hour.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So yeah, Orion came out in October 2003. Do you recall which DJs did support the track?
Not really, but I recall there was some some magazine reviews that were like quite nice, like in DJ Mag and all these magazines. Yeah, I don't remember much about who was playing it, who wasn't.
Well, I checked for you. I found that at least Orion was playing the track and also Garrett Emery.
Okay.
Yeah. So how did you get updated about feedback and sales? Was it like done by the label, or did you check on forums to find out who was playing the track, or was there no information at all?
Well, actually, it was at that time. It was very nice that the Joof was like they did active like PR for the releases, so I was being sent all the time these reports that came, and also this like kind of from every magazine that had a review. I got a picture of the review. And
that's cool.
I still have them.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. Yeah. So yeah, you told me that you got married in 2003 and that you were so full of love while also having your creative peak at that time. What was music a full-time job for you already in 2003?
No, it was. I had a full-time job in this PR agency, doing graphics design and that sort of stuff, and I didn't like the job too much. It was boring. I was just waiting to get out, and it was 45-minute bus to the studio. So basically, I went after work. I went to the studio most of the days, and then I came back home with the last bus. Before the studio, I was like working at home in like bedroom studio, and but that time it was like really crazy. I have like, I don't know, like few hundred project files from those years. So it was like I finished at least one track a week, sometimes 3. So it was like just kept going and going, and I didn't. The thing always was that I didn't really like polish the tracks probably like enough.
Yeah.
That it's when the inspiration happens, it's very fast, and then there is something, and then I felt like the more I work it afterwards, more I break it and ruin it. So I was kind of always looking to touch it as little as possible, but to make it decent enough to put out, kind of finding the balance there.
All right, I think Orion is a pretty decent track, so yeah, you did a good job. So, what did you actually study?
Electrical engineering.
Yeah. So yeah, in 2009 you took like a long break from producing music. Was there a reason for that?
Yeah, well, yeah, everything was going good, actually. Like, but I started to notice some weaknesses about myself, like that I realized, like, if I want to stay healthy and want to stay married and all these things, that maybe I shouldn't continue doing these parties, and especially morning parties, and like it was a lot. So I felt like I should get rid of this whole thing completely for a while, and then it happened to be that I was offered to work in Singapore, and I thought about it like 15 minutes and with my wife a little bit more, but it was fast decision. Like after 2 weeks we were like basically selling our stuff.
Oh wow.
And then it was September 2009 we moved to Singapore with suitcases, 2 dogs and 2 boxes of little things. And then then we went to Singapore, then we moved to northern Thailand, and during that time I didn't do much music. Just I finished 1 album, it's called Progress of Soul, and then but otherwise I wasn't actively doing anything. Then I come back to Finland 2012, and everything had changed. People forgot about me. When I got to party, I didn't know anybody there. Everyone was so young, and it was like new generation of people appeared. And then I didn't feel like playing the game, like this share and like and social media, all these things. everything has changed. So then, and also because it's a lot of work to get something done and finished and delivered, and then nowadays world is so fast that people play it once or twice and then they forget about it.
Yeah, then it's old already.
Yeah, so for that I don't feel like working a lot for that.
Yeah.
But so I kind of figured like only way to do this is to do it for myself because it's fun, and then put it out and don't care what happens to it. That's the only way to go from here, and that's what I've been doing now. And last year I moved to bigger apartment and I was able to have a home studio again, and now maybe a result of that, in the past year I released 4 tracks.
Yeah, because that's what I was going to say. Like, I think, since 2024 you became like more active. So yeah, what was the biggest challenge for you music-wise after the long break?
I just didn't feel like doing it.
Yeah.
That was the thing, and I know that if I'm just trying to force it, nothing good comes out of it. The good stuff is when, like, it's funny thing. It's not when I'm not trying, then it happens. Like typically, someone's in the past, someone I meet is curious about the studio, like, can I come to see it? And then, yeah, sure, come check it out. And then like a co-worker, for example, or a relative or something, and then I just saw how the software works and what it can do, and then I'm just playing around with that, and suddenly it's like, wait a minute, this sounds really good. Yeah. And then the track comes out of it. But then if I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna make something great, not gonna happen.
Yeah, when it's too forced, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So yeah, the last month you released new tracks such as Tidal Waves, White Sands, and in June of this year you released Approaching. What can you tell about Approaching?
I don't know. It's there was something, I don't know. I feel like in the world there's something big is approaching and something epic. I don't know what it is, but I have this feeling and it's growing inside. And then I was watching the movie, this Dune 2.
Oh yeah.
And I really love Hans Zimmer soundtracks. And I don't know, I think there was something from that movie soundtrack that was stuck with me, that, I don't know, I was kind of thinking like, could you do some sort of Hans Zimmer inspired movie soundtrack thing, but make it kind of progressive, no melodic techno, progressive trance at the same time. So I don't know, that was an experiment.
Yeah. So did you also have the title first with this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. It's funny. So yeah, you're still with the Joof Recordings. It seems like you're very loyal to that label.
Yeah, I mean, me and John have long and good relationship. He understands where I'm coming from, and Joof Recordings, what they put out is what I like the most, so it all makes sense, and what I do seems to fit them.
Yeah.
So, but I have to say also now I would be really into maybe with UV, like I think Paul Thomas podcast, like that's what I listen most, like every episode is gold. So I listen almost only Paul Thomas and John W. Flemming podcast. That's like, I don't have Spotify subscription, for example.
Okay.
I don't listen to anything else except these 2 podcasts. And then when I'm working on something my own, I'm listening what I'm working on a lot, like too much. So if there's something wrong, it will become louder and louder and louder. And if I can listen to my own track like 100 times and I don't get irritated by anything, then that's done.
Then you will send it out.
Yeah. So it's actually like it doesn't take many hours to do the track, but it takes longer time to be sure.
Yeah.
Is there anything I want to change? Because I'm using my own name, it's kind of the way to make sure that everything I put out, I can stand behind it 100%.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah.
So, what are you working on right now?
Well, there are several tracks cooking. My previous track is called Singularity. I wanted to make a new version of it. That's sort of, there's something there that, I don't know, it doesn't really work, but I'm intrigued to finish it.
Mm-hmm.
Then there is one called Ultra. I don't know why, what's coming out of it. I'm still trying to, to tune into that, what it means, how it sounds. It's been taking 2 months now with no progress. So I'm a bit worried, like what to do. Maybe I'll try something completely new and forget. Like sometimes the thing is, like, now I have a full-time job. I have a soon 6-year-old son and a wife. So the time is limited.
Yeah.
And in order to do this thing, you need to have the time and the inspiration have to happen at the same time.
Yeah, exactly.
So often I'm getting some inspiration, but I can't do it. Or then I have the time, but I don't know any inspiration. So it's kind of tricky.
Yeah.
So it can take sometimes a while until it's in sync, and then something happens, you get something out of it, and it's like, okay. But then when you start to continue working on it, it might not work.
Yeah.
And then if it feels dead end, it's dead end.
Yeah.
And often I just I'm not making progress because I'm trying to finish what I started. Mm-hmm. So now then I started to think like, okay, maybe these unfinished tracks are just stepping stones that I need to forget about them. Mm-hmm. But maybe there was something about them that I carry with me. So when the next time I start a fresh thing, I'm able to finish it because I didn't finish the previous ones. So that seems to work. Yeah. It is like experimenting.
What works best for you?
Yeah.
So do you have a lot of unfinished tracks?
Yeah, a few hundred.
Oh, a few hundred. But like the track, I think it was Ultra, the track you were just talking about. For example, do you also send it to John Double Flemming, like, hey, listen to this, what do you think? No, you
usually no.
No, you only send it when it's like finished.
Yeah, because I used to send him some unfinished ones, and the only thing he can say, like, sounds great, now go and finish it. It doesn't really help.
No, okay, yeah.
But in a way I like it because he doesn't want to interfere with my creative process. Yeah. It's like with some labels I hear that it's like they ask so many things that it's not your track. No, or almost like it's more like. Also, that's why I don't like the word producing, because in my ear it's like it's when you are making a product, you need to produce a product. Yeah. I like to think of myself as an artist, so it's more like I need to open a channel somewhere and then let something bigger than me work through me, and then kind of that's when I think the magic happens, and it's effortlessly comes and it's easy. And
So do you still have something on your bucket list music-wise?
Yeah, my dream is to create a movie soundtrack.
That would be nice.
Yeah,
like Hans Zimmer inspired.
Yeah. I actually like 2 of my albums, Sententia and Progress of Soul, are kind of soundtracks, but the track titles are like chapter titles. But so you can go and look at the albums and like, okay, you can understand maybe that there's a plot here, that there's a story, and the idea was to create kind of soundtrack for imagination that you can like this the third album, this Progress of Soul, was the whole point was to create album for those people who don't go out, but someone who wants to just lie down in a sofa with nice headphones and with eyes closed, and that then you have this thing that you can travel with that album, have a trip.
So that's something that you still want to do, movie soundtracks.
Yeah, it would be nice to do it for proper movies.
Maybe one day.
Yeah.
And the last question, pineapple on pizza, yes or no?
I don't see how those two are related here.
Pineapple pizza, some people love it, some people hate it.
Yeah, I know. I don't put pineapple.
Okay.
No, but I can understand this sweet and sour.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for your time and good luck with everything.
Thanks.
Alright, that was it. This week's vlog, the story behind Orion, my interview with Miika Kuisma. Miika, thanks a lot for your time, much appreciated. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed the vlog. If you did, make sure to give this video a like, leave a comment in the comment section below, and very important, make sure to subscribe. Also make sure to click the bell button, because then you will get a notification the next time a new vlog is online. And I did another interview with Miika, and that one we're going to talk about Time Gate, and that's a track he did under a project named AR52. That vlog should be online in a couple of weeks from now, so stay tuned. Once again, thanks for watching, and until next time, bye bye.